Hello, I'm Kimberly, and welcome to the weekend edition of the Nave News Update. It's Friday, May 13th, and many of the stories you hear here can be found at IndianCountryNews.com. And here's the news for today from the Associated Press and other Native news sources. Rape and domestic violence against Native American women has reached epidemic proportions, but the hotlines that could help are often unprepared for the unique cultural needs of tribal women who may live in rural areas with little support and a bewildering legal system. But that could be changing. Sometime this year, the National Domestic Violence Hotline expects to take the first call at a hotline created specifically to respond to tribal victims. The hotline, 4 years in the making, will be staffed either by tribal women or specially trained advocates who can answer calls from Native women to help them problem solve around these issues. With the help of the National Indigenous Women's Resource Center, the Tribal Hotline will offer crisis intervention, safety planning assessments, and referrals to local resources tailored to Native women. The National Domestic Violence Hotline is also expanding its digital presence so victims can access services online and through social media. A Native American chief from North Jersey's Highlands was among nearly a dozen New Jerseyans honored with the Russ Berrie Making a Difference Award. Vincent Mann, chief of the Ringwood-based Turtle Clan of the Ramapough-Lenape tribe, received the foundation's top award of $50,000 for his efforts to force the Ford Motor Company to renew remediation efforts at the 500-acre site it had contaminated in the mid-20th century by systematically dumping toxic materials into area mines. The site in Ringwood is the tribe's ancestral homeland. Mann hopes to use portions of the money to buy a van to transport clan elders to necessary doctor's appointments, as well as create Ramapough Mountain Guardians, a nonprofit he said would continue to push for cleanup efforts in a more formal way. The Making a Difference Award, now in its 20th year, is funded by the Teaneck-based Russell Berrie Foundation and recognizes uncommon acts on behalf of the public good. 7 Native American tribes in Oklahoma will provide habitat and food on their lands for monarch butterflies, whose numbers have plummeted in recent years due to troubles along their lengthy migration route from Mexico to Canada. While an estimated 1 billion monarchs migrated in 1996, only about 35 million made the trip in 2013. Their numbers have rebounded in recent years, but are still well below what they were 2 decades ago. Tribal leaders said at a news conference that they will plant crucial vegetation for the butterflies, including milkweed and native nectar-producing plants on their lands. The project is supported by a grant of about $250,000 from the National Fish and Wildlife Foundation. Apache filmmaker Aku Rodriguez and Cherokee producer Netta Ryan won Best Documentary Short Award at this year's Silver Springs International Film Festival for the trailer to their upcoming film, Their Last Ride.
Everything that was happening to the horses once they're tagged for slaughter is just an unacceptable end for such a noble creature.
The horses are very sacred to a lot of Native tribes because they were medicine. We had this connection with the horse, their spirit. We could feel their spirit, and we respected their spirit because they were here by the Creator to use a horse in such a way, not to abuse them.
Through her heritage, Netta Ryan has a deep-rooted connection to the spirit of the horse. Netta is a direct descendant of the Trail of Tears, where the horses and mules played an important role in the forced removal of her ancestors to new land. Today, Ryan's home is located on a historic land in the small community of Toyaville, Texas. In this community, her home is located on the exact spot where 4,000 horses served the 1st Cavalry in their war games. Every year, Netta witnesses thousands of horses, burros, and mules being hauled through her community for their last ride to a place they were never meant to be. Their Last Ride is a personal journey that informs and reflects into the world of horse slaughter. Today, Netta fights to bring awareness to the many hardships that horses face. She created an organization called Thundering Hooves to provide a platform to reach an audience unaware of the plight of the horses and to help connect people of all ages to the spirit of the horse. For more information, you can check out thunderinghooves.com. The City of Olympia and the Port of Olympia are proud to partner with the Nisqually tribe as they host the 2016 Paddle to Nisqually Canoe Journey, landing in downtown Olympia, Washington on July 30th. The landing day events will take place at North Point at the tip of the Port of Olympia Peninsula. The tribe is expecting approximately 18,000 people to attend and witness the landing of more than 120 canoes, representing more than 50 tribes from the Pacific Northwest, Canada, and Alaska. From July 31st to August 6th, the Canoe Journey events will move to the Nisqually Reservation, where most of the events will be held on a 40-acre site prepared for 7 days of dancing, storytelling, visiting, and protocol. For more information, you can check out paddletonisqually.com. And that's another roundup of news from Indian Country on this edition of the Nave News Update. I'd like to thank you for joining me, and have a grand day.